Hey, what's up? It's Comic 95, the Savior, and first of all, maybe I should put some clothes on. It's hot inside here, okay, you all? I was thinking like, yeah, they can't really see nothing, but I should wear a shirt, shouldn't I? But I wanted to give you guys some advice, like being real with you about dating. And I have like more videos that I'm planning to formally do, like once I get my little setup and everything. But like for right now, I just want to make like a journal style video. I feel bad for you guys. Like I feel sad and angry at the same time when I watch The Blind Lead the Blind. But I keep seeing like blind people telling people what's normal or what they should or shouldn't do, and I want to be the one to tell you, as the professional dumbass, please do not make these mistakes with guys. Men, this goes for you too. I don't know if this is a thing that happens to you all. I imagine it does. I got my donuts here, got my cookies, got my milk. Okay, what I want to talk about is people allowing. We're talking about Japan. I live in Japan, so we're talking about Japanese people. This can go for your own country too, but I live in Japan, so we're dealing with Japanese people. That's what I'm going to talk about. People that try to come back into your life that you've dated or that you've been in a relationship with or even could have been married to, that suddenly have the awakening that, oh, I want to try things out again with this person, have another shot with them, give another chance, give another go. And I know that there's always going to be some exceptions to the rule. Somebody has their little story about how they ended up, remarrying their partner or getting back together. Now they have 5 beautiful children. They've been together for 30 years, blah, blah, blah. I know. But being realistic, most people cannot relate to that story that you're about to tell. Most people don't have that experience. Instead, what happens is you're giving somebody a second or third chance to screw you over again. Do not let no F-boy come back into your life out of your boredom and loneliness. Do not allow somebody to do, crappy stuff with you, like just take you to a hotel, take you out for drinks, etc. Ask yourself, why is this person still thinking about you 6 months, 7 months, 8 months later? And more than likely, it's not because they realize you're the wonderful person that got away, but rather they realize, I'm alone and bored, I'm lonely, I have nothing to do, I ran through all of the people that I was with. Hey, let me try to reach out to that dumb bitch that let me fuck her on the first night without paying for anything for it. Let me see if she'll be willing to fuck again. That's all you're doing. They contacted you because they knew you'd be stupid enough to reply. It's not because they're in love with you. It's because they realized that they thought you'd be desperate enough, at least, to take them back. Or they decided to be, risky, take a chance. You might have been really angry back then, but hey, it's been almost a year. The little Happy New Year message. Guys, I'm married now. And I literally had like at least 3 different people. And the month's not over with yet. It's only January 10th as of the making of this video. I've had 3 people contact me so far that I dated. I have no idea that I got married because I didn't update it online yet. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you didn't even message me to tell me happy birthday, no Merry Christmas. You didn't even message me to apologize for what went wrong last year. You think that you could just suddenly come back into my life and just tell me Happy New Year and then I'm going to go on a date with you and give you a chance all over again? I'm grown. I'm sorry. Taking me out for a meal is exciting when you're in love and you don't have, crap going on. But having your enemy take you out for a meal or having someone that lied to you and hurt you and wasted your time come back to you a year later offering to take you out for some little cheap ass date. I don't care if it was expensive. I don't care if you offered me a handbag. And that person was doing that. I respect myself too much. Even if I weren't married and were single, I respect myself too much to allow you to come back into my life that easily. And I didn't believe this at first, but now I really do. Everything happens for a reason. Fights and arguments happen, but if your partner is willing to walk away, they'd rather leave the relationship than fix it. Do not allow them to come back after they realize they made a mistake and should have fixed it. They can take the newfound knowledge that they have and move on with a new person and hopefully do them right. But don't allow yourself to be the test dummy or the experiment. I've seen so many posts from girls here. I can't say for guys, but for girls telling people, oh yeah, I would message him back, or I would go out to the bar, oh, good luck for you, good luck with your date or whatever, oh, I think that's normal, etc. And I have other videos that talk about other stuff, like, not to get into that video, but I cannot believe the amount of people that are in Japan, grown women that are my age and older, like people that are in their 30s and their 40s, etc., that don't fucking know that home dates are not normal. People literally telling people, oh, well, I would tell them, oh, I'm not gonna have sex. Men don't care what you say. And I'll make a whole other video on this topic, but I'm gonna say right here too, it does not matter what you say to a guy. It does not matter what you write in your bio. If you let him come to your house, you have shown him that you are easy. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. The moment you allow that man to come into your home, you are telling him that your boundaries can be broken and that you are an easy person. They will not respect you or take you seriously. And even if you don't get to that point, he's going to test the waters with you. And the only reason why he's going to play us, oh, okay, well, I was just wondering, just trying to see if it was okay. You think he'd do that crap with a Japanese girl that he really liked and wanted a relationship with? No, he would not. If he only wanted to fuck her, then yes, he would. You all allow people to do stuff to you that they would not do to other people that they're serious with. And to be honest, a lot of the reason why you, just like myself, back when I was dating, literally just last year, allowed myself, I won't say last year I had these situations so much, but when I first came to Japan, like my first couple of years, I definitely did. You allow stuff to happen to you like this because of two things. One, you have a fetish for Japanese men. Just keeping it real with you. Nobody wants to call it a fetish. Oh, it's a preference. It's not a preference, because your preferences come down to things that you're fetishizing, things that you are expecting or want. Your desire for a specific race, your desire for that is not, so I can't explain it. Liking somebody because of how they look, liking a trait, is completely different from fetishizing after it. I like tall men, but I'm not going to allow a man to beat on me and cheat on me because he's tall. I see a lot of people that desperately want to keep their little Japanese partner, so they put up with anything their partner does just because they look good or because of what their race is. That is the line of fetishizing. I see so many people posting dumb stuff, asking stupid questions. Oh, like, well, he hasn't messaged me in 3 weeks, but today he said that he wanted to go out for some drinks after work, so do you think he still likes you? Maybe he's just busy with his new job and his grandma has corona. Like, all of these little dumb crap. It's like, now would you fall for this stuff in your home country? No, you would not. Why are you doing it here? Like, why are all of these girls suddenly stupid the moment they come to Japan? Ask yourself that. In your early 20s, being naive and dumb, fine. But I'm sorry, once you get to be like the age 24 and up, you can't use the I'm young card anymore. You old enough to know better at this point. So, I ain't trying to bash put you down, even though it sounds like it. So, I'm just get that out of my system. It just irritates me so much. It's not the fact these people are asking dumb questions. It's the fact that people are agreeing with them and citing and saying, oh, cheering them on. Oh, yeah, go, girl, go do whatever. And it's like, now I know that you know that that's bad advice, and you're my age, or you're in your 30s, etc. I know that you know that that's bad advice. It makes me so sad because I know that these girls are going to end up in possibly worse situations than I even found myself in. There is someone out there for you. I know it sounds so cliche, so blah, blah, but no, it's the truth. You do have to learn to adjust your standards, though. And that's something that was really hard for me to do. And I actually learned this from listening to men, honestly. Listening to Kevin Samuels, listening to other, content creators about what they look for in women, and about what they think of women, and what they want from women. And really also internalizing it and thinking about why my relationships didn't work out. Why my dates were not good. What do you go after? What type of guy do you allow to take you on dates? And when I look back at it, I see that at the beginning of my dating experience here in Japan, I specifically chased after people that looked good. And I thought to myself, well, they liked me first, or they super liked me, or they offered to go on a date with me. And then when I look back at it, I'm like, look at the places that these guys were taking me. Love hotels, trashy izakayas, trashy bars. Look at the way they communicated with me. They only spoke to me constantly when they were looking to have sex. And when that wasn't on the table, they had no interest in me. They suddenly became really busy, had no time for me, had to leave right away as soon as sex wasn't on the table or after we were done with it. When I looked back at it, I thought to myself, you know what? It's not the fact that these guys are necessarily entirely, wrong, bad, or whatever. I'm also stupid. And this is not to take away accountability from them, but at some point you also have to blame yourself. You have to take accountability as an adult. You have to learn and know better. Yes, it is wrong what they did to you, but you have to recognize you have also pursued and gone after people based off of their looks. You are not thinking about or considering anything else. Same thing goes for money. If you are only chasing men because they have money, you're going to put yourself in a position to be used sexually, to be used emotionally, to potentially get an STD. A lot of girls think, and this is something that was interesting for me to learn too, and again, this actually, came from listening to Kevin Samuels, other people like that too. And mind you, I've said this a million times on my channel. I'm not a Kevin Samuels worshiper. I disagree with a lot of the stuff that he says, but I will agree with some things that he says, which is why I listen to what he says. How can I put it? Take what he says with a grain of salt. Some of his content is good information, really good, especially for women. But a lot of the content is also BS. However, I focus on the part that's good. That's what I wanted to hear. He says things and I know he's no longer living anymore, but he said things that other people were afraid to say and that people don't really talk about so much. And he talked about how what men are willing to F is low. It is a really big difference between a man being willing to have sex with you and a man being willing to marry you. And a lot of people mix that up. You think because you're attracting people because they're oohing and ahhing at you, they like you. But in actuality, men like the way that your body looks, meaning that they like you on a sexual level. They like that you have a large ass, large breasts. You're something to check off their bucket list. I had sex with a black girl. I fucked a blonde. I had sex with a girl with blue eyes, etc. That's what they're really doing. They would never wife you. You're not really their type. They wouldn't want to bring you around their friends. They wouldn't want to bring you to their friend's wedding. They wouldn't take you to a family function. Okay. That's what we're talking about. And a lot of people will sort of say, oh, no, that's not true. I can get married if I wanted to. Think about that. I don't know you. I can't see you. Just think about it to yourself. Do you really think those same men that are looking at you, drooling, wanting to touch you, etc., would they really seriously want to be with you and be willing to show you off around the people that they know? The answer is more than likely no for a lot of those guys. Don't confuse that sexy, fine dude that's willing to waste your time and F you and add to your body count for a man that would actually date you. And I think for a lot of people, they think they look a lot better than they really do because they've been able to attract those host-like guys, those anime-looking dudes, etc. Where you think to yourself, oh, okay, this really hot model-looking guy wanted to go to a love hotel with me. So that means I have the potential to find somebody that will seriously date me that looks like this guy or possibly even better. And so I'm not trying to tell you to purposely date ugly people or trash people, but you have to consider, unfortunately, it's the truth. People that look really good have a lot of options, and that goes the same way for both genders. Likewise, people that have a lot of money have a lot of options, and that goes for both genders too, but in particular for men. They reap the benefits of being financially stable a lot more than women do. Likewise, women reap the benefits of being sexually attractive a lot more than men do. Men and women want different things. You having money, education, degree, etc., sure, it allows you to talk your ish, but it doesn't make you more attractive in the eyes of a man. Likewise, as a man, being attractive gives you room to talk your ish about looks, but while it does technically make you attractive in the eyes of a woman, we really look for money. Even the girls say, oh, it's not about money, I just want a man that treats me well. No. Realistically, a woman will date a fucking short man, 5 foot, 4'11" tall, if he's a millionaire. We're good. 300K, good. 200K, even 100K, we're fine with that too. 100K and up, you short, we don't care if you're short, ugly, fat, divorced, 5 kids, doesn't matter. 6 figures is enough. Less than that, then we become picky. He doesn't look good, he's too short. Your height, your looks, we don't care about that stuff. Men care about that. Women will say that they do. But when they really have to think about it, which would you rather have, the average woman is going to go for the money. Why? Because beauty and looks fade, and naturally as a woman, we are we are designed biologically, genetically, whatever you want to call it. We look for partners that can provide. We find that masculine. We find it sexy. We find it attractive. Likewise, men don't look for women that can be breadwinners. Men don't look for women that are smart and educated. Just keeping it real. I ain't telling you to be dumb, but that's not what they look for. They look for beauty and youth. They want something that's different from what men want. And, the world, especially this whole liberal thing, try to demonize it. Oh, beauty, face, whatever. Yeah, that is true. And that's the reason why, I'm sorry to spit my tongue. That's the reason why men and women have, a different mindset. For women, we think that because it fades, we need to go after what's going to actually provide for us and our children. We're thinking about our future. For men are thinking sexually. They want a woman that is attractive. They want a woman that looks to him for their needs. Men like to be dominant. Men like to be providers. Men like to protect. It's what they do. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel like a man. It makes them feel masculine. And they compete with other men based off of their ability to provide and protect. Women compete against other women based off of their ability to look and be young and youthful and sexy. Our beauty is what matters. That's why we spend thousands of dollars on our bodies every day. Women as a whole. From getting plastic surgery to getting spa care treatments, etc. And I said this before, but it's demonized talk about this. And I used to say the opposite of this, but people often say, oh, it's for ourselves, for ourselves. And to a degree, yeah, that's true. But the reality is, it's not for ourselves and other women. We are competing against other women for other men. So yeah, there's a little bit of truth to that, but the reality is, why are we competing with other women? To get other men, to attract other men, not other women. That's what it really comes down to. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. Men do the same thing. Why do men care about fancy cars, watches, houses, etc.? Dave Chappelle said it best. If he could F a woman inside of a box, he would. But he can't. So what do you have to do? You have to make money to get the nice car, get the nice house, etc. It's ultimately for women. But who do they compare and show it off to? Their friends. They show their boys what they got, what they can buy, etc. But who are they really trying to impress? Women. They want you to like their car, like their house, so that you will have sex with them. And there's nothing really wrong with that. Likewise, as women, why do we care about looking cute, trying to stay youthful, getting rid of our gray hairs, making sure we have no wrinkles, patting our faces with lotions and crap? Why do we do that? Because we want to look good for men. I'm not talking about no unicorn exceptions to the rule. I'm talking about women in general, what we really do. Why do we care about looking good inside a bikini? Why do we care about lingerie? All these things we do are for men. And that's okay. Men do a lot of crap to impress us as women. It's life. It's human nature. It's whatever. So, all my point to you is this. Do not be fooled people that are willing to sleep with you. That does not mean that they're willing to marry you. Do not be fooled by somebody coming back and, oh, I'm so sorry, whatever. Words mean nothing. Have their actions change. Anybody could take you out to a fancy restaurant. I'm sorry, but if a guy really just wants to sleep with you and cut to the chase, save himself time, a funky $200-$300 ain't nothing to a man that's working a high value man working a good job. Anybody can take you out for drinks. Anybody can take you out to a restaurant. You can do it yourself if you're working here in Japan. Most people that are here don't have children. You don't have children. You don't have a man. So it's like, okay, can't you buy yourself dinner too? You just choose what you do and don't want to spend your money on. So don't allow these little dusty dudes to be impressing y'all with just basic crap. So I don't say this to speak on my horse. I'm saying this so you don't end up like me. I ran my body count up. And I've done some really dumb, stupid stuff, put myself inside of really dangerous and bad situations. Thank God I don't have any children. Thank God I haven't done anything crazy and bad to myself as I'm making this video. And now I'm married, so I ain't got to worry about that. But I'm just saying to you, please, please, please be careful. Because you never know who you are meeting. You never know, what situation you could put yourself in. You don't want to end up getting pregnant by one of these little dusty ass dudes. And beyond that, all I really want to say is do not let this time of year fool you. A lot of people are looking for a sugar mama, a girl to waste her time, because Valentine's Day is coming up. They want you to be stupid and make them chocolates and take them on a date and buy them gifts. They want you to have sex. They are talking to you purposefully after Christmas. And some even contact you before Christmas because they're looking for a Christmas date. Ask yourself, where was he when you wanted to go out for a nice fancy dinner? Why is he contacting you now? Ask yourself, who was he talking to all these other days throughout the year? Why did that cross your mind now? Oh, so now that you ran through your entire list and you're back to square one and now you're like, fuck it. Let me go through my entire list. Girl, he probably sent out a mass text to all the girls that he done slept with and said Happy New Year, waiting to see which one of you hoes are going to reply back. And you one of the stupid ones that did. He is just trying to smash. He does not care about you. He does not love you. If he's truly apologetic and feeling sympathetic towards you, let him show it to you over the course of time. Don't reply back to that message. If he really wants to get back in contact with you, he will find a way. For a lot of you, he knows where you live. He knows where you work, possibly. He knows what you like. And if he don't, then it wasn't serious. Trust me. Why is he still thinking about you? He should have moved on by now. It was just a fling. Just a one-night stand. Don't ever let somebody play you twice like that. People make mistakes. Don't beat yourself up about it. But don't be a dummy and allow it to continuously happen to you. Have the balls, gain the strength, and move on. Do not go out drinking because you are desperate and lonely too. Do not say Happy New Year back. Move on with your life. Block them and delete them. I promise you, the faster and sooner you do it, the easier it is to get over. Another easy way to get over, guys, talk to more of them. It sounds crazy, but the solution to getting over heartbreak in men is no different than getting over a hangover. It actually helps you to drink a little more alcohol instead of going cold turkey. Your body is craving that fix. It's like when you go on a fast. If you're somebody that drinks coffee or tea every day, which I don't drink coffee, but I did at a point where I was drinking coffee every day when I was working my first year as a kindergarten teacher here, and I was drinking green tea every day. I recently stopped, just started drinking water. You go through kind of like a relapse. You crave it. Your brain needs that caffeine that causes you to have a headache. Okay, it's the exact same thing with your heart. When you go cold turkey and you're talking to no one, well then yeah, you're going to be itching like, okay, I got to message him, got to check my phone. I know what that's like. I've been stupid and caved in and sent a double, triple text. I've done it all. Don't do it again. Instead, put yourself back out there. Talk to more men. And put yourself in control. Think about the qualities that you want in a partner and look for that on online dating apps. By doing this, you can also schedule lots of dates and allow yourself to meet lots of different people at once. So this way, you're not just sitting and waiting for one person to message you. You're talking to lots of different people. You can weed people out more easily. And because you're not just talking to one person, if one guy doesn't work out, you have the other one tomorrow or 2 hours later. It doesn't make a difference to you. You ain't even notice that he didn't message you back because you got 10 other messages waiting inside your inbox from 10 other people. You will be, spending your whole life. I did this before. Spent months just talking to one person, being loyal. He is not your boyfriend. He is not your husband. Stop acting like he is. You are wasting your time. Especially for you ladies that are in your 30s and whatnot. You don't have that sort of time to waste. If you're trying to get married, especially if you want to have kids. You can do it, but just keeping it real, it's harder the older you are. Men typically like younger women. Specifically women that are at least in their 20s. And preferably under the age of about 25. Just being real with you. Generally here in Japan, 20s period is okay, but preferably, honestly, about 26 and under is a preference for a lot of. I'm 27, not just saying this to squeeze myself in there. I'm 27 years old. I'm married now, but I'm just keeping it real with you. You really want to try to laser focus on getting married. If it's what you want, which a lot of you that are dating here, it is what you want. Don't lie to yourself. I don't know you, I can't see you, but a lot of people lie to themselves and be like, oh, I don't really want to get married, and I'm just dating fun. No, girl, you do want to get married. You do want a husband. You do want a man. You've lied to convince yourself that you don't want to because you're struggling to get one. You've lied to convince yourself that you don't want these things because your friends or your family members say, oh girl, you don't need one, etc. So don't get me wrong, you don't need a man to survive, but if having a husband is your dream, then yes, you do need a man. If you want kids and doing it the right way, then yeah, you kind of do need a man. We need each other. There's nothing wrong with admitting that a man needs a woman needs a man. There's nothing wrong with that. You can say that. Society has us thinking that it's a bad thing to need somebody, that needing a relationship or wanting to be one, we have all those little stupid terms like codependency, whatever. And so, yes, I get all those things to a degree. They can be bad if you're so obsessed to the point where you allow people to abuse and take advantage of you. But wanting to be in a relationship is not stupid. In fact, it's smart. When you get old, you're not going to want to be alone with no friends, no partner to enjoy and share the world with. You're going to want to have children, grandkids, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, etc. How do you get these things if nobody gets married, nobody needs a partner? How does that work out? Do you know what it's like for old people that don't have husbands, don't have wives, don't have kids? It's not very fun, I can tell you that. Do you know how I'm sorry, guys. My back itches. Do you guys know how not fun it is? Sorry. To go and travel all the time by yourself. Sometimes it's actually really fun and nice to be by yourself. Like, for example, I actually kind of enjoy going out to eat by myself. I can order a ton of food and I ain't got to give two shits about what other people are thinking about the orders that I'm making. But you see what I'm trying to say? Like, doing everything by yourself all the time is not fun. Some people don't like to eat out by themselves at all, ever. And that's okay too. But think about what you want. Not what society's telling you that you need or want. Not what your friends telling you, oh, girl, you don't need whatever. Think about what you truly want. If you've always dreamed of getting married, then focus on it. Japan will still be here. Focus on it. Your job will still be there. You can get another one. But what you can't get back is your time or your age. Once you have a birthday and you go up a year, you go up a year. You can't go back down. There are so many people that are struggling to have children, even here in Japan, because they didn't prioritize getting married earlier or because they didn't prioritize having children earlier. They decided to put it off. I regret not having kids earlier. I'm not speaking on my high horse. I'm telling you something that a lot of women won't do. Because see, what women will do, they'll make videos showing you their trying to conceive process, but they'll never talk about how they regret not having children earlier. They don't do that. Instead, people try to pretend they made the right decision about getting married late. They made the right decision about not having kids. They don't even think about the fact that if they had done these things earlier, just maybe things would have been easier for them. And IVF don't work for everyone. And all these little infertility drugs and treatments, they do not work for everyone. They're expensive. Not everyone can afford them. There's so much stuff that people do not talk about. Same thing with freezing eggs. It's not cheap to do these things. It's not easily accessible to the average person. These are rich people that you're watching on YouTube, rich people that you're watching, on TV, etc. It's not a normal thing to do, and it's not natural. And let's be real, who doesn't want to do things the natural way? So, that's a whole other story. I'm trying to bash you. All I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to advise you. Please listen to what I'm saying. Do not allow dusty people to come back into your life. They left for a reason. You need to move on. Block them. It's not enough to just ignore their message. Block them. Delete it. You don't even need to reply to it. You don't need to say Happy New Year back. It's going to open up that can of worms. You're going to be tempted to, dig in deeper and, do more damage than you already did before. Let it go. You made your mistake. They already fooled you once. Don't let them fool you twice. As the saying goes. Because now the shame is going to be on you. Because now you knew what you were doing at this point. I've been there and I've done that, you all. I'm not saying to just say it to you. I'm speaking from experience. I have more than once allowed people to re-enter back into my life that have left and did me bogus. And I convinced myself, maybe they change. And I thought maybe they just realized I'm such a wonderful person, whatever. And it's not that you're a bad person. It's not that you're not wonderful. It's that they're awful. They realize that you're naive. They know that you're soft, you're innocent, you're weak. They're taking advantage of you. Do not stoop so low that you think you're okay with being taken advantage of. And I've seen people say, I don't care. I'm just lonely. I just want to have somebody. You are worth so much more than that. Please don't do that to yourself. Please, seriously. And the crazy thing is, people think that, it's easy for you to say because you look good or you're younger. I promise you, I ain't even trying to be bogus. I'm keeping it real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Okay, we gonna talk real here. I have seen some of the biggest, ugliest bitches I'd ever seen in my life since I came here to Japan, and they were married before me. I've seen people that are older than me, and I couldn't help but think, but you, and I couldn't do anything but blame myself. Because you want to know what they probably didn't do that I was doing? They probably weren't super obsessed with the idea of trying to date somebody like a model. They probably had lower standards for what they wanted their partner to look like. And I'm not trying to be ignorant, but just being real. A lot of women want to have it all. You want a guy that has a good job. You want a guy that looks really good. You want a guy that's really tall. I'm not going to lie, you can't get that. But the reality, you can't get that. But the reality is for a lot of people, you got to sacrifice something. Likewise, for men, they have to do it too. For most men that want these bad bitches, she going to probably be a bird brain. Or if she's a really attractive woman that, has a good education, her attitude is probably bad. She probably has other issues that you don't know about. Or that we can't see, but that he does because he's with her. It does not matter what you look like. It does not matter how old you are, to be honest with you. If you prioritize getting married, you will get married. But you have to actually stick with dating. You have to work on yourself. You have to put yourself in circles and in places where people are actually trying to get married. That means not spending 24/7 hanging out with females all the time. So I'll talk about this stuff at another, later date, etc. That's not what this video is about, but I just want to say that please do not allow these people to send you these, oh, Happy New Year, oh, do you have a boyfriend, oh, Merry Christmas, did your boyfriend get you something? Don't fall for that bullshit. These are cowardly ass men that don't even have the balls to ask you directly. Just say what you really want to say. They won't do that. They're not going to say, hey, I want to waste your time. Like, you got some time to go to the Love Hotel before, Christmas Eve. They ain't going to say that to you. Instead, they're going to pretend like they really want to go out with you. They might even wine and dine you. And I'm sorry, but I hope that your life, your STD free life, is worth more than a $200 Christmas date. If even that, because let's face it, most of y'all not even going out for that much money. I hope your life is more valuable to you than that. All it takes is to mess around with one person that has an STD and you are screwed for the rest of your life. And people oftentimes think about things like, HIV, etc. But it's like, you are aware that something as simple as herpes, for example, which is incurable, there's no cure for it. A lot of people have that. Like, what is it, like 7 or 8 out of 10 people? Do you want to be one of those people in that statistic? There's no cure for it. So it just amazes me how little men do for women and how stupidly we get excited over it. He was going to go to that bar anyway. He's probably going to go out and eat dinner by himself anyway. He's probably going to do something anyway. And you thinking he's really doing something special because he invited you along. He thought about you. Girl, he sent that same message to 12 other people. You were the first one to reply. You might not even be the first one. He might be dating you now, dating the girl before you, after you, the next day, etc. Men will do a lot of stupid things for sex. They'll pay a lot of money for it because they don't have the access to it that women do. And for us, we mistake it for love because we think, I wouldn't pay that much money for somebody that I didn't love. But that's the thing, we're not men. Men don't pay money because they love you. They pay money to simplify the process. Why would I waste my time and spend even more money to date this girl 3 times when instead I can go on one expensive date, have her panties around her ankles tonight, and be home by 11 p.m.? Or at least, by the last train or whatever. We mistake it for, wow, he really likes me. He spent all of this money on me. He must really love me. He thought of me for Christmas. Nah, it's just another day to him. He's not religious. Like, do you guys think about this? So, again, we all have to learn from somewhere. Please don't let somebody back into your life. You're not the only person he's doing this to. That he's doing it to everybody. He's not thinking about you. He doesn't remember anything special about you besides maybe the sex was possibly good, if even that. It might even been mediocre. Don't think your cat is good. He simply just wants some free, easy pussy. Okay? And you might think, oh, well, it's not free if he's taking me out to eat. Technically it still is. Because if he were to pay like an actual, he'd be paying hundreds of dollars per an hour. He gets the look of actually going out with a regular girlfriend for a date. And he gets to have sex. It's a win-win situation for the man. So, I'm done with this video. Just wanted to say that I get so frustrated when I see people asking genuine questions. And other people that I know have been in that situation before are lying to these people just to see what happens. And or people that don't know what they're talking about pretending like this is normal and okay because maybe it is in their home country. And it's like, that is not how it works here in Japan. Any man that is saying that crap to you, like, oh, let's have a date at my house, or, oh, Happy New Year, coming out of the blue, it's not because he misses you. It's because he's bored. He might miss having sex with you, but he doesn't miss you, okay? Have some respect for yourself. Get back out there and start dating again. New people, not old people. So, I'm finished. I wish you guys the best of luck with dating. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I have other videos, I literally have 10 videos written down right now that I'm planning to do for my playlist. I didn't eat my donuts. I'll eat this afterwards. So yeah, I'll make videos talking about that stuff later on. But there's so much stuff to go over with dating. I feel so bad for these girls because I've been in their situation before. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Send me an email. I'll try to make a video answering your question soon. And that's it for now. My social media accounts are all in the description box. As always, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Comic95. I have a Snapchat and TikTok at Comic the Savior, a blog at Comic95.com, and a Facebook fan page at Comic95 the Savior. So thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and I hope you'll watch another video. Bye.